Good evening, fellow degenerates. Mickey D here for Cold Beer Sports on a very cold Wednesday night in the west of Ireland after all the wind and rain. But we're going to be calmer tomorrow, I believe. Um, Quick look back on today. Started off great without conviction, jumped well, travelled into the race very well, and one going away. Um, the farther the went, the farther he was going to win. He's one to keep on side. He'll only go up. He's a young horse. He's one we'll keep on side for the next day. He's going to win again. And he won't go up that much. Hexham form, generally, they only go up maybe £6 or that, or mandatory penalty. He might run him again. But great start to the day at 5-1 winner. Then Mr. Hughes decided he'd park the what was a Etele de Civila in 4th or 5th place, and he a front runner. I thought he'd be out in front, and he was before. And he was gone way back, and yet he finished finish strongly to finish 5th, like he stayed on. I cannot understand them tactics, but anyway, I'm not the jockey, he is. I wouldn't give him up on him yet, but maybe the wind operation, maybe he was afraid of it at the start or something, I don't know. But anyway, then on to Fundalk. Fundalk was Fundalk, all right, wasn't it? Harbenacker, two behind him on the turn for home. You won't win in that grade with a turn of foot, like unless you're in the first 5 or 6 on the turn for home. I'll be swerving him. And I'll be swerving the other one too, that Sunwalk. I think the Colleen on the television, did I hear her saying, by the way, anyone that mightn't understand Gaeilge, Colleen is the Irish word for girl. It's not a bad word or anything at all. I thought I heard the Colleen saying that that was one for the notebook. I didn't think so. I thought it clearly didn't stay. I said that last night, that out of Adamus, that they're better at a mile. Maybe put them back to a mile, but I'd be wary of them at a longer trip again. But anyway, we finished up a couple of points in profit, so we're not doing too bad for the week. 2 horses for tomorrow. The 210 is an novice's handicap chase. Jeremy Pass for Paul Nichols and Harry Cobden. It's rated 130. It's a 6-year-old out of Jeremy, and it was second in his first chase, and after a wind operation. And Eva's Oscar won that, and that was second next time out. So it was a solid enough race. Get Around was third, and then Get Around was behind Eva's Oscar the next time. So the form is solid enough. Then Jeremy's Pass won a 3-runner novice's chase very convincingly. Jumped great. He's a good engine. He's built like a chaser. He's only a 6-year-old. And a bit of cut on the ground being out of Jeremy. He won't go amiss with him either, so I think it's good tomorrow, good to soften places. Small field again, there's only 5 or 6 in it. He's a 2-to-1 shot. I think he's worth a 3-point win. The race after that then is a handicap hurl. There's a horse there that I've on my radar in a good while, is Osprey Call for Alistair Ralph. He won a bumper first time out for Noel Williams, and it had a second one, even though it was on heavy ground. And then it had another run on a bumper on heavy ground. It was down the field, but it was a strong bumper. And it was switched stables then. I think it went for 30 odd K at the sales. But the last day, he was going very well in Newbury. And he overreached for the 1-3 out, the hurl 3 out. But he was gambled on that morning, 4-1 into 7-4 favour. So they know he's well handicapped. He's only off 122, and he's way better than that. Peter Bowen is on him tomorrow. The step up to 2-3, I don't know, it may suit, but he needs to settle. He was a bit keen the last day, but he hadn't run in a while. But he's on my radar since he won last February. He won a novice's hurl race in Doncaster. And I thought he was very good that day. And I thought he'd be rated higher than 122. I think he's better than that. He's a 7-to-1 shot. And I think he's worth a 2-point each way. I think there's 13 in the race. I backed him there a while ago. A quarter of the odds. 1, 2, 3. I expect him to be in the first 3. And I expect him to be right there. So Peter Bowen, I don't mind him falling the last two because a horse like that, he was trying to get there. He had a bit of balls. I like horses with balls, and I don't mean between their legs, but I liked the way he was carrying on in the race, and I liked the way he travelled, and I think he could be right there tomorrow. So there's the two. I got a limit on the way home. I have the bottle of whiskey up there, and I'm going to put on the kettle now, and I'm going to have two hot whiskies, and I'll get out the forum, and I'll spend the next 3 to 4 hours studying Friday at Cheltenham. So I'll be back tomorrow night, and hopefully with a few for the Deadly Thursday night, Trixie for Friday. We'll do the three at Cheltenham, and I'll have a selection for the big race on Saturday, the Racing Post. I have my eye on two in it. One up near the top of the market, and one then lurking around tins. An interesting one. So see you tomorrow night. Mickey D for Cold Beer Sports. Over and out. Bash those bookies.